Hi Gemini, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies that we are working with throughout the month of April. Remember Gemini, we are in eclipse season, so this is a big time. April is probably one of the most dynamic months of the entire year. That's because not only do we have a total solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, we just had that Libra eclipse March 25th, but we also have this Mercury retrograding at the very first of the month, and then we have this great conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So these are huge events. We also have a full moon in Scorpio, so expect big changes in April, okay? Gemini, if you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. Thank you to each and every one of you who has already, and thank you for always commenting and always taking the time to watch my videos. I so much appreciate each and every one of you. All right, Gemini, we're going to get right into it. Do take a look at the description box below. I have highlighted all of the important dates in April. Even if I don't say them, know that the dates are really important this month because we do have so much changing energy, okay? We're going to go week by week, so let's get into it. You start off the first week with the Hangman, major arcana there, as well as the Six of Pentacles. Second week of April finds you with the Ace of Pentacles. Very nice, Gemini. As well as the Two of Swords. Third week of April finds you with the Empress card, major arcana, as well as the Page of Swords in reverse. The last week of April, you do have the Knight of Pentacles. My goodness, lots of Pentacle energy. And the Queen of Cups. So rounding out the month beautifully. Okay. All right, so Gemini, let's go ahead and pull a card representing the energy that you moved out of March with. Remember, like I said, we did have that Libra full moon eclipse. So many people had realizations around relationships, people in their lives. For you all, it looks like you all are definitely having some kind of money, work related type conversations. So let's just see what Spirit has for you representing when you left March. And you have the Strength card in reverse. So for some of you Geminis, during the month of March, you were having kind of this tug of war against yourself and possibly yourself, meaning like, where is it that you needed to be tough in some situations, but more caring in others, needing to strike a balance you felt was extremely difficult, or you had challenges with it in March. I do think as you come into April, some of those feelings could still be stirring up because we have all this Aries and Mars energy. So just keep that in mind as you're working through the month. Make sure you're really tapering your energy. Make sure that you're not expelling it out on people unnecessarily, because that can very much happen during the month of April. But with all that Aries energy, be careful of also people trying to play power trips on you, etc. Okay. Now let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. This is going to represent what Spirit wants you to really focus on, an overarching energy for the month of April. Spirit, what do you have for Gemini? And you have Shape Shifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. Now that's a pretty powerful card, Gemini. And you can see there all of the different animal spirits that are coming through her, right? And I think it's interesting how it says transform, because like I said, we are having a Scorpio full moon this month, as well as a total eclipse. And we have all this Aries energy, okay? So between transforming and unveiling your gifts, there's somewhere, Gemini, where you've been keeping it really small. You have been tapering some of your emotions depending on who you're around. And Spirit wants to remind you throughout the month of April, and as you move into May, you will go through some kind of transformation, whether it is psychologically, spiritually, it could be physically. You could be on a new health routine, you could be trying to get healthier, or this could also be you're getting more sleep, you're taking care of yourself. This can also be you are realizing that you've been playing too small and it's time to think much bigger, okay? So keep this in mind as we go through your reading. So beautiful energy there, Gemini. So looking at the month as a whole, I can already see that the Pentacle energy is very strong. Some of you are having to make a huge decision in April, especially with the Hangman and the Two of Swords. Already conversations with yourself around who is receiving money. You could be actually in conversations with a negotiation here. And by the time you get to these weeks where we have that total solar eclipse, as well as that conjunction with Jupiter and Taurus, I do think that many of you all will have an opportunity of a lifetime just come out of nowhere by time you reach the end of the month. So this looks like a really big month for you all around your finances. So let's take it week by week and let's go through April and those dates. So I think it's really important to notice that as we enter April, we are in Mercury retrograde. Okay, it stations retrograde in Aries on the 1st, and then on the 4th we have the Sun conjunct the North Node in Aries, and also on the 4th we have Venus entering Aries. Now, I want you to note, I think it's interesting that you have this major arcana card of you needing to think differently. That Six of Pentacles is showing somewhere in your life, whether it's at your job, whether it is your family members, someone is receiving a large amount of money or is giving a large amount of money. This could be charity. You could hear of an opportunity to do some charity work, but you're actually thinking differently as opposed to it just being about money being given or received. You somehow either come up with a business idea. There's conversations around how could you use possibly this charity information to launch a idea for a business. There's some kind of conversations around the haves and the haves not, and you're trying to figure out how can you use this information to possibly either make money from, grow from, meet new people from. There's some kind of conversations that first week of the month. So just keep your eyes and ears open, okay, throughout the month of April. Now, remember, you do have that shape shifter oracle card. So you are really changing into someone else, Gemini. You are not going to recognize yourself by time you get on the other side of eclipse season. So be prepared. So when we get into the second week of April, the 8th is when we have that total solar eclipse, new moon in Aries on April 8th. On that same day, Sun is conjunct Chiron. Now, remember, there is some kind of important decision that will need to be made around that eclipse. Now, remember, eclipses bring huge shifts of energy. Something could be eclipsed out of your life. Something could be eclipsed into your life. Someone is going to present possibly a money offer, a job offer, some opportunity to invest. Really make sure you're looking through all the fine details. Remember, Mercury is retrograde throughout this time. And so you just want to make sure you're not getting into anything too big that is going to affect your livelihood or whatnot. But there's something huge coming for you, Gemini. And it's definitely a conversation that is going to keep occurring throughout eclipse season. Okay, so just keep that in mind. By the time you get to week 3 of the month, you have the Empress and you have the Page of Swords in reverse. The third week of April is when Mercury is conjunct Chiron in Aries, Venus is conjunct the North Node in Aries, and then we move into Taurus season on the 19th. Around this time, Gemini, pay attention to the people who are coming into your life, talking about creating something new, birthing new projects. You could have someone come to you asking you for your advice. They could ask you to sit on a board. There is some type of influence, I was going to say influential people, influence or influential people who come in, but the information isn't going to be crystal clear because remember, Mercury is still retrograde. But the people that you come into contact with, they will come back around in the following months. So pay attention. I do think that you all could be entering into a new conversation with new people that you've never even talked to before come that third week of April. All right, now by the time we get to this last week of April, this is when we do have on the 20th that Uranus and Jupiter conjunction in Taurus. This is going to be huge financial news. It could be for the globe, like the global economy, but it also could be you personally. You do have that Pentacle there, that Knight of Pentacles, as well as a Queen of Cups. So someone could be asking you for your advice, some type of emotional tie, but someone is also coming to you slow moving. So this could be the thing where you interviewed with someone a month ago. They come back to you and say you've made it to the next round, but you still need to meet with the vice president next month. It's kind of like that slow moving thing, but it's something very lucrative, Gemini. So be prepared for some big news around your money. So overall, this is really exciting, Gemini, because you're one of the few signs so far that I've done that you have this reoccurring theme of people giving money, people talking about money, decisions being made, possibly new conversations around birthing a new project, a new business. And then these conversations around where is it that you can use your money to your best benefit, but be patient because it could be slow. I think all of this is leading to this shapeshifter energy where you're literally transforming as the weeks are going on. And by the time you get on the other side of eclipse season, I do think that many of you all are going to see a different side of yourself. You're going to be conversating with new people. And I do think that you're going to attract new opportunities once you get into May. So this is really exciting, Gemini. So I hope you all have a great April. If you haven't already, please take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs. If you have questions about your reading or you would like a personal reading, I do have a personal tarot reading service. I have the link below in the description. All right, Gemini, I hope you all have a great April, and I'll talk to you later.